And we are halfway through earnings season, and one common theme has emerged, and it is this: lower revenue. Now, it's not a new trend, but rather one that has been playing out for the past 6 months or so. Many companies have been pinning the blame on a strong dollar, but this quarter, it's not just the Bafo buck that's causing problems. Bob Pisani explains from the New York Stock Exchange.
I've been telling you about the revenue recession that corporate America has been facing for the last 6 months. We are faced with the prospect of 4 consecutive quarters, potentially, of negative revenue growth in 2015. Companies cannot even beat the lowered revenue guidance for this quarter, the third quarter. With 20% of the S&P 500 reporting so far, 70% of the companies have beat earnings estimates, but only 38% have beat revenue estimates. That's pathetic. Why can't companies get any revenue growth? There's 2 problems. One is the strength of the dollar, which reduces the value of profits when you repatriate them from abroad. DuPont, for example, said yesterday that earnings for the full year are about 20% lower due to the strong dollar. That's huge. Now, some people have been arguing that there wouldn't be a revenue recession if the dollar wasn't appreciating, but that's not quite true, because the other major problem is the global slowdown. Orders are down for many of the big global industrial and material companies because they're the ones most exposed to the slower economies of China and Brazil, for example. And it's those companies, the DuPonts, the Cummins, the Packards, the Textrons of the world, they're the ones reporting the biggest revenue misses. Now, tech and healthcare, while they're also exposed to the global economy, are in sectors with better growth prospects and so don't have the big revenue misses. So let's call it a draw. The dollar and the slower global economy are the 2 major reasons revenues are light, and let's just leave it at that. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.